It's a beautiful morning, yeah.
So we're here on the island with Brooklyn West. I'm Bodine, and of course we're about to shut it down with the listening party.
Gang, 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 gang.
2.9 FM, and today I have a very special guest with me. Nassau, well, from Nassau, but international, doing a whole lot of shows. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Miss Brooklyn West.
Hi, good. It's your girl Brooklyn West representing the sunny side, Shroomy Gang.
Now, I just like to know who's the Shroomy Gang.
Shroomy Gang is me. It means, well, it's me and my potential crew. But it means steady hustling, rocking our own money yearly. So
Oh, so it's an acronym.
yeah.
That's awesome. Now, I interviewed you many years ago when you broke down to me your name. Back then you went as Brooklyn West Carter. What's changed since then?
Alright, so I went to LA and I met this A&R and he just was like, you know, like Brooklyn, like the Carter, and they're gonna put you super high because everybody always think about Jay-Z. So he's just like, think on why you call yourself Brooklyn West Carter, but you should drop the Carter. So when I strip it to Brooklyn West, the West in my name always stand for like West Indies, my roots, not Kanye West. But it always stand for, you know, West Indies. And Brooklyn, I think, I always gonna think hip hop. When I think hip hop, I think New York, I think Biggie, I think Jay-Z, I think, you know, Kim. So I think that's the pulse and heart of music. So Brooklyn West is like hip hop meets my roots and all that good stuff.
Well, guess what? You do have some roots. And the reason why you left. A lot of artists leave a little bit later in their career after they would have put down roots. How did you get to LA?
Well, like in the north area, so New York, but I speak back and forth between them two. But the reason why more so New York, that's the first place that actually booked me. Nobody's booked me home. And I think it's because of like the way I am, even though people won't say it. Like I can make dope music, but at home, being from the island, you know how they feel about people like me. So, but I always laugh at it because you would see when the song Ooh dropped with Young M.A., everybody embraced that song on the island. They love that song, and it's just like you have a local artist just like that, but you know this.
You know what it is? I think people weren't really ready, and then hip hop as a whole has an issue where we are not a hip hop society mainstream. You can get soca concerts that are packed full of people with top-notch entertainers and a lot of money. You can get reggae, which, you know, outdoes soca in many cases, and of course indigenous Bahamian. But hip-hop is more of an underground niche kind of thing. I think that if you were here, we have a lot of indie places that open up now.
I did something last week, but I didn't want to do it because I was like, I don't perform local because, you know, like it ain't my crowd, and I don't think Bahamian likes to go out and hear like, you know, rapping, you know, they rather that other thing, and it's like, no, this downtown, we got our own little cool scene.
Yes, yeah.
And I went out there and all kind of Bahamians was coming up to me like, Brookie, you in town? I come to see you, and I was just like surprised, like people in my city
you should
like
be
me, you know. So, and when I only did one song, they was like, what you mean you only doing one song? And I didn't know that people like me and like in my city.
No, girl.
You know?
People support you from Nassau. An artist is an artist. Full stop. And then when you are putting in that work, you're respecting yourself. You're respecting the craft. Your visuals are very clean and very well thought out.
Thank you.
You know, it says a lot for you as an artist, and people respect that. You know, the days are gone when just because you have more money to push yourself and to brand yourself, but you don't have that level of discipline or talent.
The internet. Internet changed a lot.
Yes, it really did. You know, and so your
Facebook, Twitter, all this stuff, but Tumblr, that's where like that's like a hipster whatever, like underground. So on there a lot of people started to get attracted to me, and I was like, well, if they love me here, then I could be on this social media every day, and it just starts spilling everywhere. So as an artist, you still gotta do your little Instagram, you gotta do your Twitter, you gotta do your Instagram, and you just gotta plant your seeds on each social media, and eventually each one gonna connect. So this guy in New York, he's like, you know, I want to book you at SOBs, and SOBs is like a big venue inside New York City. Like if you perform there, like that's a big thing. And from then he just keep bringing me back. So now I'm working on my like second, you know, EP or whatever. I just dropped like 2 great singles, but it's just like my old stuff just doing good. And a lot of times people just drop so much material, but it's just like you need to focus on one song. Like Miguel, his song that blew him up, he had it like 5 years.
Yeah.
The Boot Up song, she wrote that 2 years ago, but it just blew up this year. So I think a lot of times people just get frustrated because they ain't seeing it quick. But if you push that song as a song new to people who ain't heard yet, it might be, it's true.
Girl, no, you are preaching the gospel today here, the gospel according to Brooke West, okay? And I'm saying that because as an artist myself, I tell people, y'all stay right there. I will push my song that I released 4 years ago to a different market simply because there are people that haven't heard it yet and that can appreciate what we're doing.
Exactly.
And so that's what you've done. That's been the key to your success. You have thousands of plays and sometimes hundreds of interactions on your music videos. What's the inspiration behind them that make them so thought-provoking and, so very interesting for people to see?
I think I'm streaming. I actually started to make money from music with the streaming. Because artists putting their stuff on SoundCloud, but get your stuff on Spotify. Get your stuff on Tidal, because this is how you can make like a little bit of like cash change in a month. But I think it was for me, my turning point was living my truth. And singing about like what really happened, and instead of like trying to please this person, like this type of music out, so let me do this. I started doing stuff like from my perspective, and people just was like, I can relate to that. And that's what it's all about. Like, if you live your truth, someone out there going through the same thing as you. So I think it's just easier to be yourself. I didn't want to be myself.
Well, you know what? That is a very big chunk for people.
I used to be ISP. Then I went to Brooklyn West College.
Uh-huh.
But when I changed to Brooklyn West, I cleared everything off. So as of Brooklyn West, I only have one body of work, which is Room 69.
Interesting title.
But yeah, but my new stuff is like, after I dropped Tumblr with Nettie Scott, it took me to like a pop commercial side. So like and Seasons 2 and Beautiful Morning. So now I like sort of crossing over from like more singing, because I used to rap more. I never used to sing, so now I sing more, and then I just give like a little 8 bar. So I find like my lane. So my new stuff, I drop in a new EP called Hope You're Doing Well, and that's gonna be, it sounds like, I don't know, like you're in a garden with butterflies.
It's a happy place.
It's just, yeah, I just can't wait for that. Like, it's just a new part of me, and I just like how I grow in and people take into the new me.
Okay, so let's talk about this hair. Let's talk about this hair. You are the only artist that I know that has an Exuma Blue C patch in the front of your hair with your locks. You know, what's the inspiration behind that?
Well, you usually have the yellow at the tip, but my hair is supposed to be a flag, so it's supposed to be black, yellow, and at the tip, which is in there now, is gold.
But you have the little gold ring on it.
Yeah, so that actually represents my roots, my city, you know, like, that's why I'm from the waters.
Oh, there you
The
go.
waters.
Which island in particular?
Nassau, baby.
I'm just making sure. I'm making sure. You might have roots somewhere else.
At Nassau, but you know, I lived in like Freeport for like 2 years, so they just claim me too. So shout out to
Everybody's
Grand Bahama.
And of course, these fat locks that look like people fat fingers.
Yeah, so the thing about it is too, as artists, they feel like you only have to do one thing, but in this new market, like with my hair, I had to make a look. I never had a look. Like when the first time you see me, I just had my hair perm in one. And I was just like, you could have good music, but if nothing about you attracts people to you, then whatever. So some people's like, I followed you because of your hair, then I found out you do music and I like it. And sometimes people find my music and then they see me and it's just like the aesthetic gotta go with both. Like you gotta do both.
It's a very, very interesting aesthetic, and your Instagram reads as such, and your stories are very thought-provoking. If I may, your mom is a big
Throats, like 3-4 years ago. And then shortly after that, my brother died. So it just became me and her, but like I became my mother's mom. That's what I am to her. So she don't have any memory, and it's like, sometimes it is hurt because I going so hard, and like it's just like my mommy don't know, like I taking care of us and I doing this. So that's really my inspiration, because my brother died early. I mean, like 25 is early to me. That's young.
It is very early.
And my mom, she just turned like 48. She's young, and it just taught me like, you gotta, every day you gotta do it. And one big thing I have now is I don't want to die before my purpose.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people just die before they, do what they're supposed to do on this earth. So that's what has really pushed me. Like, I gotta make sure that if something was to happen, like I leave that legacy,
You know what? I think that those are fantastic sentiments to send out to people, and I, just flipping through your stories when I see your mom, it makes me very happy because it's very clear that you have a bond with her, and you take very good care of her. You treat her just like your baby. And she was an international fitness professional at one point.
So she's a Bahamian sports icon. So she holding down the sports, and I try to be like as big as Rihanna for my city. Icon, like in fashion, all that stuff I try to do for us too,
That is great. It's so funny because I think I remember the one time I ever saw.
On my website, BrookieWest.com, everything's there, but I'm on every streaming site, like Tidal, that's Brooklyn West, Spotify, Brooklyn West, everything Brooklyn West. You can find me. So I everywhere.
You worldwide.
You gotta be though. You gotta be. You can't just put yourself on one place.
No, there you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Brooklyn West.
Sunnyside, Shroomy Gang.
Here on The Listening Party. I hope that you enjoyed this one and continue to enjoy the music.
Thank you.